If you actually want to become good at what you do, invest into it.
Invest into yourself.
Stop investing into these companies that don't care about you. You care about you. Invest into your own company. Yeah, you're your own stock.
Guys, embrace the middle ground.
Yeah.
Yes, the start is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, the end is fantastic. But the middle bit is what's going to create you to be the person that you call to be.
Well, a lot of successful entrepreneurs say, I've had X amount of failed businesses before I got this one. So matter of fact, when we were closing it down, I was smiling. I was like, okay.
So I just invested a big 4-figure investment into myself to get a coach. I had just done that. And then a couple of days later, right?
In my life, when I've seen that I would quit or pivot into a different direction, it's when something else has been more important.
You see what I'm saying? So is that the most important bit? No.
Yes. No. Okay, let's say for example, you see I went high pitch again because I don't understand how you don't understand what I'm talking about.
I understand, but I don't agree.
Don't shake my hand. We've covered start now, get perfect later. We've covered focus on the end goal, but what we haven't covered is the middle ground.
Ooh.
What happens in the middle part?
That's good.
Because where are we? We're in the
middle, bro.
We're in the middle of both of our journeys.
Yes, we
I'd
are.
say because we started,
Yep.
and we definitely haven't ended. So
nowhere
we're
near.
nowhere near.
Nowhere near.
So we're in the middle, and I'd assume it's the same for a lot of people as well. So we're going to be speaking about the middle ground today and how you can actually embrace it. Let's go.
Bro, that was smooth, man.
Very
That was
smooth. You
Today,
know what I'm saying?
This episode here's a talker, man.
It's a talker for real.
man.
No points needed.
No points
No
needed.
points necessary.
Straight off the dome.
Straight off the dome, Izzy.
But bro, do you know what? I love that. I love how you said that too, because I believe, okay, cool. Start now, get perfect later is a very, very important principle. Start now.
Or progress later. Or start. What do we call it?
Yeah, start now, get perfect later is super important, right? And obviously, the focus on the end is essential too. But one thing Rob, have neglected on the journey is the thing in the middle. Like, there's a big thing there, and the truth is, right, in my opinion, the easiest thing to do, I think we disagreed about this, right?
Yeah, we talked about this. We could talk again.
We could definitely talk again. My thing is this, right? The easiest thing to do in life is begin. Everyone can begin, man. Bro, I just said a stat to you earlier on, bro. 90% of people don't make it past the first 3 episodes of the podcast, bro. And within that percentage, bro, only, I think it was 80%, no, only 20% of the people there make it past 20 episodes. So, bro, the numbers are just going down and down and down. And why is that, bro? Because people are focused on the end. They love the beginning's the easiest bit. You just get a mic, start, boom. But no one really thinks about the middle bit.
I don't know if the middle's the hardest part.
Talk to me. What do you think?
Because you know what? The middle is the longest part.
Agreed.
And then the start and the end are the shortest. Like, it's okay, you can start like that and you can end like that.
Yeah.
But the middle is the longest part.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's
what-
the hardest.
so what
But okay, you know what?
So what's the hardest thing to
You know what?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the middle part.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? With the middle part,
He agrees. He agrees with me. You're trying to make it like
it might be. You know what?
Yeah.
The middle part. I think. Okay.
Yeah. Bro, let me break it down, yeah.
Go. No, but can I?
No.
Okay. No, I'm trying to land. You know what I mean? The middle part.
Yeah.
The start part. It's still hard. The start part is still hard, but. No, you're right. Still, no, you're right.
No, but-
Because the middle part, is longer,
Yeah.
harder, because
Yeah.
you have to endure it for a longer time. And starting, I still think starting is difficult.
I'm not disputing that.
Okay.
But what I'm
Because
saying-
in my head, I thought you were saying the starting is easy. I was like, no, starting ain't the easy part,
It could
but
be
it's
though.
easier
Yeah.
than the middle part because you have to
Definitely.
see the middle part through to get to the end part, and the end part you have to have the start and the middle together to even get to the end,
That's it,
which
bro.
makes that a hard part as well. But do you think that's the hardest?
The end part or the...
Yeah, get to the end.
Yeah. No, the end part's super difficult, bro. Do you know
But
what
is it the hardest?
No, it's not the hardest bit.
So the middle part is the hardest, you
Middle
think?
is the hardest bit.
Because you don't know if it's gonna work out.
You don't know what's going to work.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The way I see it like this here, bro. Okay, cool. In my opinion, the start bit is the easiest bit. Out all 3 parts.
Okay, no, you know, let me give you a handshake. Because it was only Monday we were talking about this,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're right. Yeah, the start is the
In my
easiest part.
opinion, I think out all 3 parts, right, the start bit is the easiest bit, right? So the start bit, that's just, it is what it is. For me, the way I see it like this, yeah, the end part, it is like a testimony. So when someone says, "Oh yeah, I got from 0 to 30 million," that's a test. Like, wow, if you could do it, then I could do it too. It's kind of like a reminder to you looking externally that I could do it too.
What's possible?
So it's like, for me, the end part is great because it encourages people. But the middle part, the reason why I love that the most is because it encourages you and it builds you. It builds your faith. You see what I'm saying? Because, bro, the person, I think you told me earlier on how someone went from 0 to 30 million in their business. He probably had fears. He definitely did, right?
I know.
But the way I like to do it, the way I like to see it, bro, is like this, yeah? You look your fears in the eyes and you make sure they blink before you do. The fear blinks before you do. So what do I mean by that? I mean that you keep on going regardless of the fears. You keep on going regardless of the fears. And it's not easy, but at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying, right? The end bit is like a testimony. People can be like, oh my God, I could do it too. But the middle bit is where you grow in your own self-confidence, your self-belief.
Skills.
And your skills. And that's why I believe the middle bit is so vital. And also, for me, the hardest bit. Because, bro, so many people live in their comfort zone, but so because they're so comfortable, they give up in the middle bit. They just give up, bro. And one thing I will say in terms of all of that, right, is that the media, etc., they don't help us because we spoke about earlier on, bro. People truly believe success means if you want to be successful, if you're going to be successful, you have fast returns. But that's not necessarily how it works. So because of that false narrative, people now believe that the middle bit shouldn't be actually as long as it is. So now they want to give up because they're like, well, this isn't what I thought it would be. So
they're entitled.
They
feel entitled.
They feel entitled to a fast return. But that's not how life works. Life's like nature, bro. And in fact, nature is very similar to how our lives are. You don't plant a bamboo tree today and get a return tomorrow. It takes 6 years, isn't it, for it to start? But when it starts,
5 years, yeah, 5 years for it to start going.
But when it starts, it starts.
Yeah.
But a lot of us don't have the same patience with ourselves.
And that's the thing. Like you would plant it day one of the 5 years, and then it's cool. In that first day, it's gonna start to plant its roots. So matter of fact, it's gonna be there. And over the course of the next few months, it's gonna start to plant its roots, and then they're gonna dig deeper and deeper and deeper over the course of 5 years. Then when that 5 years is done, then it shoots up. Has a crazy growth period, just going straight up for about, I think it's like 6 months or something like that, and it goes feet and feet and feet and feet in the air. Crazy growth. But then people see that and they say, oh, that plant's growing really quickly. But no, it's been growing down below the ground where you can't see for the last 5 years, and it's been building the roots and the foundation, as we like to call it. That was its middle part. You're just seeing the end part, and the end part looks amazing.
100%.
It looks really good and it looks quick.
Yeah.
But it's not always quick.
For real. And bro, that's so interesting about the middle ground too. Yeah? It takes a lot of self-belief.
Okay.
For you to keep on going.
Why is that?
Bro, let's even talk about the podcast. For us, in terms of self-belief, like, there's days where me and you up late, working, but we believe in ourselves, we believe in the vision, we believe in what we're doing, so that keeps us going. A lot of people be like, oh, this is long, man, just pack it in, man, or whatever, not even just, let's take ourselves out of it. You guys know, you guys do businesses, you guys do your own ventures, the days where you just want to give up, or just pack it in, it's cool. But then you realise, no, it's bigger than me. I think for me personally, the reason why we're able to endure in the middle bit is because you have to understand it's bigger than you, and that's how I like to live my life. I like to go into projects and do things which are bigger than me. So when I'm in the middle bit, when I'm enduring, I'm like, you know what, I can't handle this because it's bigger than me. You see what I'm saying? Everyone who's made some amazing things. Dyson, he had so many rejections, but then his idea was bigger than him. He was able to endure in the middle bit. And a lot of us, maybe the reason why we don't endure potentially, maybe because our ideas aren't really bigger than us. Maybe they're just for us, very selfish. But then, in my opinion, for us to really succeed in this life, we need to be selfless. And then when we're selfless, then the middle bit gets a little bit easier to endure. That's my thoughts there, man.
No, I hear it. And even in the past 2 years we've been doing this podcast, we've got maybe like 1,500, 600 something, 1,600 subscribers, right? 2,000 on Instagram. Some people might look at that and say, damn, like 2 years, like that's all kind of thing. But no, the vision is bigger.
The vision is definitely bigger.
And we're seeing impact. Even with the amount of subscribers and views and whatever that we have, we see it in real life.
Yeah.
We see it when people DM us. That is our reason for going forwards. And our dreams, our ideas, our vision is bigger than what we currently are doing right now. Like, we're looking into the future and we're seeing what we're doing. We're seeing what we're doing in the future, what we want to do in the future. And we're saying, okay, this is what we have to do now to be able to get there. And we're impacting people along the way. So it's just those little rewards that you get along the journey. It's just like walking down a path. So you can choose what path that you want to walk down. Let's say it's a park, right? You've got 3 different paths. You can choose what path you want to walk down. So let's say you walk down the middle one. And if you go down the middle one, let's say that's the right one. You're going down this path and there's going to be bumps, there's going to be rocks, there's going to be things that you trip over potentially. But there's also going to be, when you go further enough, there's going to be berries. There's going to be berries that you can pick and you can eat. It's sweet, it's nice, it refreshes you. And that's those people popping up to us saying, oh, this is amazing. You've changed my life. Oh, this is amazing. Please keep going. Please keep going. I love this podcast. Your podcast is amazing. Oh, this, that, and the other. And then there's going to be even more barriers. And there's going to be people along the journey.
I love that.
Pulling you along. And there's not even pulling you along, coaching you along, saying, yeah, keep going down this path. This is amazing. And they're going to be standing on the side of the path saying, keep going. And you're going to be pulling some people with you. Like some people are going to want to join your journey. They're going to want to join your path too. And you're going to see, you're going to be able to build stuff along the way. When you're going on this path, you're going to build this path up to be an amazing, beautiful path. And it's going to reward you as you keep going down it. But of course there's going to be difficulties. Of course there is. That's just how life is. That's how the path is. But then these people that are around you, that you're bringing with you, all these berries, all these resources that you're collecting on this path are going to help you face whatever you have to face.
That's hard, man. That's hard. You know what's so powerful about that too, bro? Yeah. That's the mate. Big clap, bro. But one thing you said, which is so powerful there, bro, is on the journey of being in the middle, life will always give you glimpses of where you're going, and also give you confirmation and validation that you're doing the right thing. So with us, bro, as you said, enough DMs we got from people saying to us, this is amazing, keep on going. And of course, yes, the middle ground is hard. We both admit that, right? But the more and more you keep on plowing through, right, the more and more people will be like, you know what, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. And that's like life telling you that you're on the right track. Look out for those things there, because you know when you're so head down, right, you could be like, oh my God, this is so long, man. But look out for the positive people who are saying nice things about you. I'm not saying to live off that, because at the same time, say someone says something negative, that might affect you in a bad way. So don't live off it, but search for it. Like if someone gives you love, take that on board, because that's just life telling you, yeah, you're doing the right thing. Keep on going. So I really want to just champion what you said there in terms of like life will give you berries while you keep on going through. Yeah, the path will be dark at points, but life will show you and give you berries. Life will give you apples on the pathway to be like, yeah, keep on going, keep on going. Like even my own life, like with what I'm doing with the coaching, right? I remember, shout out Franco, right?
Big up Franco.
Shout out Franco.
Oh, Franco, Econ Franco.
Yeah, Econ.
Big up Franco, man.
Bro, deep. I put myself down for. He had his nomination thing. He had his he's giving away £1,000. And
oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
I just put my name down. I thought I was gonna win it, you know.
You thought you were going to win it? Have you ever won anything like that in your life?
Never, man.
What made you think you were gonna win it?
God's grace, man.
God's grace.
I thought I was gonna win, man. Yeah. By the grace of God, he called me up and he said to me, "Oh yeah, you won." And to me, someone could be like, "Oh, I'm just lucky," but for me, I saw it as a reminder that I'm on the right pathway.
How?
Because I'm like, it's like for me, it's like God's like co-signing my decision. Because I just invested a large amount of money into my coaching program, and then he literally gave me money.
Okay, so this is a part that you left out that they didn't know. Yeah. I knew this, but I was just trying to piece it. I was like, oh, because when you just said that. So please explain what had happened just before you entered that.
Okay, so boom. So now we're talking about,
and this is a berry on a journey.
So I just invested a considerable four figures into my personal growth, into becoming a coach. Right.
And that's a side note there. If you actually want to become good at what you do, invest into it.
Invest into yourself.
Stop investing into these companies that don't care about you. You care about you. Invest into your own company. Yeah, you're your own stock. Yeah, and make your stock go up. The way that you make your stock go up is by investing in it. So invest in yourself. Continue,
and also, bro, the best investment is yourself.
100%.
Even if you lose, you win.
Yeah. What do you mean by lose? What would lose mean?
That's what I'm saying.
What does that even mean? How do you lose when you invest into yourself?
Someone might say losing by not getting return in 2 months. But for me, I don't see it as a loss. I see it as a lesson. And also for me, the way I see it is like every single thing you do is always a crowd at the end of it.
Okay.
Even in your losses, I think there's always a victory somewhere.
Okay.
There's always like glimpses of like, I learned something here. Like, I don't see life as L's. I see it more so as lessons.
People.
Yes.
I hope you're enjoying today's episode. This is just a small interjection.
Quick one.
We wanted to say very, very quickly, we don't ask for anything.
Nothing.
And this is the only thing. We haven't asked for anything before, but this is the only thing we're going to be asking for. Please, can they do what, Robert?
Guys, if you have not already, please leave a like and a comment. Trust me, it helps us out. Help a friend, guys. You don't know what your like or comment or share could do to help someone else's journey of purpose.
I know it can help other people find these videos and help them with their lives as well.
On.
So, people, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Big love.
Let's go. Love. But anyway, as I was saying, boom. So I just invested a big four-figure investment into myself to get a coach. I had just done that, and then a couple of days later, right, our friend Franco, he did something on his on Instagram.
Big up Franco.
He was like, I'm giving away £1,000
Just
to support people who are doing what they do. He said, okay, write down what you want to do, write down what you'll do with the money and how it'll help you. Put my name down. This is what I am. I'm a public speaking communication coach. This is who I want to help. Put my name down. Call it later. So I was in the gym, right? And I was just doing my workout. I see Franco go live, and I was like, let me just go into his live.
Yeah, and you thought you were gonna get this.
By the grace of God, man. I thought I was gonna win, man.
Yeah.
I know people could be like, oh, of course you thought that was happened. But I literally generally thought, I wish if someone was with me, I'd be like, I feel like I'm going to win this,
Yeah.
And then I went to his live, just left it. He called me up afterwards. He's like, Rob, yeah, you won still.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, there's confirmation along the way that I'm doing the right thing, man. And I believe these confirmations, bro, you have to look out for them, right?
So this is when you just invested a few days before into yourself, into your personal growth and your business.
Yeah.
And then Franco does a competition.
Yeah.
Giving out $1,000.
Yeah.
And he put that back into your bank, which is probably would be helpful seeing as how much you spent on this education.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's that confirmation for you.
Confirmation, bro. And if we don't look out for the confirmations, but not only just look out for them, if we don't remind ourselves about these confirmations, when it gets dark in the middle ground, because it will get darker again.
Yeah, sometimes on the path there's no lights.
Yeah, it'll get bright and like you're walking down like a pathway. It goes bright sometimes, then it goes dark, right?
Like the motorway. Like you're going down the motorway sometimes. There's bits on the motorway which is dark. Hey, I don't like that part of the motorway. This council sort. I don't know what council I need to speak to, but sort that, please.
But it's real, bro.
Yeah.
Guess what? When you have a reminder of the good times or the light times on the motorway, right? That you can endure. And I think all we have to do is look out for and remind us of those good times. And you keep on reminding yourself to keep on going. However, I want to ask you a question then. When is the time for someone to give up?
When is the time for someone to give up?
Yeah, because we're talking about the middle.
This is a very difficult question to answer because I couldn't tell you the answer. I couldn't tell you the answer. I can only tell you my previous experiences. Okay. So say for example, recently, I don't know if I told you, but we just closed Box Up.
Okay.
So one of my businesses, we actually just closed it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
that was the talks, didn't it? I didn't know you did it though.
So we've done it. So we've actually closed it. And then why have we closed it or maybe quit? It's because other things that are more important to both of us, me and my business partner Lewis, big up Lewis, other things that were more important to us have taken like our focus.
Question, right?
Go on.
A minute ago we just spoke about how the way for people to endure in the middle bit is to having a purpose which is bigger than them. Do you feel like the purpose of that business wasn't bigger than you? Obviously, I know you're doing purpose-led, very, very purposeful. Your business, very, very very, very purposeful. Would you say that wasn't really purposeful? Obviously, respectfully, of course. But like, would you say it wasn't purposeful for where you want to go in terms of like generations and etc.
I wouldn't say that because I can still tie purpose into it.
Okay.
I can still tie purpose into it. Like everything that I would do from there can still be like purpose-led. I feel like you can still integrate purpose into whatever you want to do. To be honest, do you see what I'm saying? Because it's just a different avenue of which you're doing it in. But then for us, we just had other focuses, things that were more important to us than that business. Because clearly, like we weren't giving it the attention that it deserved. Because that business could have been very, very successful. It could have gone many places because multiple people who could have done a lot of things for the business were recognizing it and wanted to be a part of it. So we were like, okay, let's make a decision here, like what we're gonna do. So we decided to close it, and that's a part of the journey that you have to go on sometimes. Like so, when it even as a lot of successful entrepreneurs say, I've had X amount of failed businesses before I got this one. So matter of fact, when we were closing it down, I was smiling. I was like, okay, so this is number one basically. Not even number one. I'd say like I think that's failed business number, not failed, but like closed business number 2.
First attempt to learning.
Yeah. So attempt number 2, right? I think the first attempt would have been the photography business. Okay. So the photography business, and then I realized I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go in a different route, right? And that would be the second attempt, which just got closed off recently. And what would I say the biggest lesson is? I learned so many lessons from it because that was the first business that I actually but I actually created as a legal entity.
Which one?
Boxed Up, yeah. Okay. That was the first business I created as a legal entity. So, what I say, there's so many lessons. Just signing up as an actual company, having to go through the legal stuff.
Sorry, what I mean, what's the biggest lesson you learned by ending it?
By ending it?
Yeah.
That not everything is forever. Wow. So much of life is temporary. Not everything is forever. Things are meant for seasons. Like I learned many things running that business with Lewis, my co-founder. Big up Lewis. I learned how to build a Shopify website. I hadn't used Shopify before, but then we went on to Shopify because we heard that it was this great place to do your e-commerce store. I learned how to work with someone else as like, he was also director, I was director. So he was handling certain things, I was handling certain things. So how to, handle responsibilities and stuff. So even when we've started things with Purpose Led, which is also a business or organization, like I've said to you, oh yeah, in a business, this is how we operate. Like this, like that. This is how we operate as partners. Through that with Lewis, like, okay, communication, things that we need to speak about, like miscommunication as well, how things can be so easily miscommunicated.
Humans, isn't it? Two different humans come together to make something happen.
Exactly.
Miscommunication could definitely happen, man.
Exactly. And having to deal with different types of people as well, deal with customers. Like we were doing in-person drop-offs at some point. Remember I dropped off a box to you, my supporter, do you know what I mean? My brother, do you know what I'm saying? Bought a box. And multiple people we dropped off boxes to, just speaking to different customers, right? Yeah. And then of course we did shipping as well, having to solve problems too.
You did shipping too?
Yeah, 100%.
Where you guys go to? What's the furthest you went to?
Oh, there was defo a lot in the north of England, but I don't know if there was any. Was there any abroad? There might have been an inquiry for some abroad. There was definitely inquiries for abroad, but we didn't go international. But we definitely did north of England and stuff like that. And we also learned how to handle things like there were people trying to do F on our thing as well. So F is fraud. They were trying to bang F1 on the boxes and all that kind of stuff, trying to get some stuff for free. 100%.
Wow.
100%.
The middle ground,
The middle ground. And we had to come back from that. You know what I'm saying? And then like having to navigate around that, trying Facebook ads as well for the first time. That's the first time I tried Facebook ads through the business. Yeah. And I actually got results from it. We actually got customers from it, this, that, and the other. And then I realized, okay, so I can actually run ads. And I actually know this marketing thing. Like, I can actually, like, I've just got somebody who doesn't know me, doesn't know Lewis, doesn't know about our business. I've got them to actually purchase something from me. They don't know me. Wow. And I realized the power of the internet and actual, like, advertising. Yeah. That's another big lesson that I learned.
It's so interesting, bro. You're talking a lot about the things you learned. That's the middle bit, bro.
That's the middle bit,
That's why I believe the middle bit is the hardest bit, but the most rewarding bit.
Yeah, and the most important bit.
The most important bit.
Because you can't get to the end without the middle.
You can't, bro. And that's why I always say, like,
oh, would you, hello. Would you argue that the start is more important than the middle, which is more important than the end?
Nah.
Why not?
I believe the most important part of the journey is the middle bit still. You know why?
Go on.
Because even if you didn't start a business or not, you still have to learn those lessons.
Yeah.
You still have to learn lessons. You still have to learn lessons of patience, resilience, leadership. You learn it regardless. It's just you start a business or not. Because as you said to me, life will test you until you learn the lessons.
100%.
I'd rather learn it in a business way whereby I can help my family and etc., rather than learning it in just random ways. So I would say for me, the most important part of the business of any journey is
Yeah, I say there's a start.
Okay.
Because you can't get in the middle or the end without the start.
Of course, bro.
It comes with it.
Of course,
so it's the most important part.
No, it's not the most important part.
It's definitely the most important part.
No, it's not the most.
Because if without that. Because this is how you know that I'm like, bro, it has to be.
No, bro. But you know what? The most important part is it's the first part. But doesn't mean it's the most important part.
Okay, it's the most important part.
Okay, cool, bro. So what's the most important letter of the alphabet? Is it A?
There isn't the most important letter of the alphabet.
Okay, cool. So what's the most important number in the world?
1.
Why?
Because that's the start.
What?
Actually, no. That's the same as the alphabet. No, why are you trying to catch me out? That's the same as that's the same as the alphabet. It's the same thing.
No, bro, but
there's no number which is more important than the other.
And there's no what? That means
that does make sense.
Okay, so what's more important then? The start, middle, the end then?
The start.
Why?
Because you can't have the middle or the end without the start.
Bro, that's a fact. We know that. But it doesn't make it more important.
Expand.
Bro,
yeah.
Because the start is first doesn't make it most important. Because what do you define as important then?
Important is like
the biggest lessons you learn?
No, that's not what I mean.
What do you mean by
I mean important is in like just importance. Like, okay, what is the most important part of the journey? The start, because if you don't have the start, you don't have the rest of it.
Bro, people start and finish tomorrow. So what does that mean? You just say people just start a million things. Is that the most important thing now? We know people who just start and finish things the next day.
I've done it before.
I've done it before. Bro, but you see what I'm saying? So is that the most important bit? No.
Yes. No. Okay, let's say for example, you see I went high pitch again because I don't understand how you don't understand what I'm talking about.
I understand, but I don't agree.
So I shake my hand. Listen, the start is the most important part. Do you know why?
Why?
Because without the start, you can't finish. Without the start, you can't even begin. You can't even get to the middle part. There's no middle part without the start.
Okay. I agree with that, bro. But it's not the most important bit though.
Okay, I think in terms of lessons learned, there's the most lessons learned in the middle part.
Yes.
But the most important part is the start, because you can't have the rest of it without it. Because without the start, nothing else comes.
Why is it the most important bit though, the start though? Why do you think it's the most important bit?
Because without that, you can't have anything else.
But that's a true. But that's like a chain of. In terms of chain of events, yes, cool. But it's not, I don't believe it's the most important bit.
I think we have to agree to disagree.
What do you guys think?
Leave in the comments what you think. If you think the start is what's the most important part of the journey?
I want to break it down a bit more. Okay, cool.
I think we need to leave it there and let them decide.
Okay.
But anyway, but even back to what we're talking about in terms of quitting, I don't know what I'd say is the hardest part, is the part which says, okay, you need to quit. But in my life, where I've seen that I would quit or pivot into a different direction, it's when something else has been more important. And something else is like, I'm seeing just something else has just taken my focus and been more important to me. I feel like the season's for everything.
Man.
So sometimes you have to understand when the season's up, because there will be signs of when the season is up for certain things.
So was there signs for you boxed up then?
Definitely, yeah. Because we both could tell that we were doing other things. We were just both doing other things, and our time was getting taken by other things. And clearly, you would give attention to the things that you want to give attention to. Your priorities lie wherever you want your priorities to lie. Like, that's where your attention will naturally go to.
Another thing too is similar to that point there in terms of your money. Like you spend money where your heart is.
Yeah.
So like look at your bank account, little gem.
That's where your heart is, man.
Look at your bank account and see where you spend your money on. If you spend your money on whatever you spend your money on, right? It shows where your heart is. So, in conclusion, the middle ground, guys, embrace the middle ground. Yes, the start is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, the end is fantastic. But the middle bit is what's going to create you to be the person that you call to be.
100%.
At the end of the day, right? Not many people actually endure the middle bit because people have got this false idea of what the middle bit is. But the middle bit is going to break you, for one, to change you. Most importantly, it's going to create you to be the person you've been put this earth to be. So, guys, embrace the middle bit. Guys, stay purpose-led and have...
I was going to say breakdowns to breakthroughs.
Ooh.
Big time. Yeah, whenever you think you're going through a breakdown, it's going to really lead to a breakthrough. Remember that.
You're the man.
Lock it down.
Guys, have an amazing day. Speak to you soon.
Peace.
Stay blessed.